Back with my 2004 Vue. It has some damage to the A-pillars, you know, rocks and life. The worst part is over here on the passenger side. See the chipping there, as well as I have a lot of water spotting that, despite my best efforts, I was unable to correct. So I decided that giving it a little modern look might be the better way to go. I can always go back to these if I want to, because they jokingly call these cars Tupperware cars because all the body panels unbolt. So here we have my find at the junkyard. I found a full black one and decided I wanted to do a black top on this, or at least the look of it. So the first thing that you want to take note of with the pieces I've already pulled to make life easier, this piece goes here, and when we go to remove it, there's little pads of industrial Velcro on it. So despite the screws that are holding it on, we have to remember that those are there. And also the piece that goes along this back portion where these humps are, these two humps, there are tabs that actually slip under that roof cladding. You see right there. Can't really tell, but there they are. 1 and 2. So you want to be careful when pulling that out. We're actually going to have to kind of lift and pull out, kind of a twisting motion, so that those don't snap. Now, for our fasteners, these are T15 Torx. We have one here at this little plastic piece in forward of the mirror. There are going to be 5 in this door section. That's 1. You've got 2, 3, 4, and 5. And that's it for this forward section. And then moving on to the rearward section, you've got 1, 2 here in the door. And then here's our trick one right back here. So you got to be able to have that tailgate open to get it out if you're at a junkyard. So there she is right there. Now, for this piece, as you saw with the other one that I'd already pulled off, despite that Velcro, we've got 3 of them holding it there. Now, it should slip out. At the junkyard, I believe I did take these loose just for insurance, but I don't think it was necessary. So we're going to see what happens if we don't do it. That way you have the least amount of steps to have to worry about. So I'm going to go ahead and get those knocked loose with my handy dandy little tool here. Already in my pocket. I was looking for it. This with the Torx bit, the T15, as I said. So I'm going to go ahead and start taking those fasteners loose that I showed you, and then we'll check back in. All right, just to check back in. Here we go. Already gotten these loose, except for a few minor little twists. But you'll notice they have these little plastic washers on the back. Not that that really matters, but I guess it's to help with sealing them from water. Don't do that. Don't flick it onto the ground and lose it. 3, 4, and 5. Okay. There they all are in that seat, so I know where they're at. Onto our rearwards. Sorry, had you a little close there. Okay. There they are. And then our rearmost one. And there he is, right there. All right. So first things first, this little piece here kind of slides up and comes out. So you just slide it up, and there's little pieces that come out. And you'll see there, that is our hidden one. So we want to go ahead and get him out. Don't drop him. All right, there's number 6. All right, so I just walked back here. Since I took all the screws out, I got to wiggling. See, everybody's kind of coming loose now. All right. Now what you'll notice here is these pieces are interlocking. So if we go back to our replacement pieces, see they've got that piece there. This is the rearmost one. It actually inserts into that forward piece into that slot there. So it's going to take 2 hands. I'm going to check this front piece, make sure there's no surprises. It just has that part that goes down in there. Nothing we got to worry about breaking. So it just slides up. And let me use 2 hands for this. Okay, you slide it up like I said, and this little piece here, you have to make sure clears the fender. Then this will start to walk off. Then you can wiggle and slide it forward. Sorry, problems when you're doing this alone. This piece is now free. All right, bear with me while I set it down. All right, now we're going to move to our rear piece. Again, remember we've got these clips here. So you're going to have to kind of wiggle and rotate. Do we have an interlock there? Hang on. All right, I was just checking to make sure this piece didn't interlock. It does not, but I'm going to need 2 hands to play with this. So bear with me. I'll be right back. There we go. I got a step stool to make it a little bit easier. You see we're dealing with these tabs that are locked down in here. So again, you're going to have to gently twist and rotate. Again, I cannot do that with 1 hand because we keep pivoting. But that's what you're going to have to be careful of. You're going to have to kind of twist and rotate this up. Oh, I did it one-handed. Okay, so it can be done. You twist and rotate upwards. Now while it was sticking, whew, wow, that's a lot of nasty. I'll be cleaning that up before I put the new ones on. But you see this weather stripping? It kind of sticks to the body, and we do have a touch of Velcro there on the top of that piece. So that's a little different than the one I pulled from the junkyard. So that was holding it on. I had to kind of pull that loose. I'm trying to be gentle because obviously I don't want to break anything. Although that would make for a fun video. For you guys, not for me. But there you go. There's that whole section removed. Now we'll move on to that guy. Let me set this piece down. All right, I kind of wiped the channels off and I played with this. I was gently pulling here and pulling a little here, straight out, and you hear the Velcro go pop, and then there it goes. Boom, super simple. So there's our Velcro. There's our Velcro. Just like that. It scared me because I thought I was going to break it, but I just pulled it towards me and it popped and it came loose. Just gently work your hands in from the back side back here. Kind of wiggle, 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 wiggle Forward, backward, easy, in and out, a little gentle, because you don't want to break that piece. And then pop! And then it was loose. So there we go. I'm gonna set him down. Sorry I keep walking away to set those pieces down, but I've kind of made myself a bit of a maze, and I don't want to walk looking through a camera and step on something. All right, wiped everything down, and no, I didn't touch these. They do not have to come loose. But that gives you an idea what you have to do to get this top panel all that loose. So no one had done a video on it, at least not that I found, so I wanted to cover that. Later, I'm actually going to be replacing the quarter panels. This one's fine. The other side, there was some damage to it, so I'm going to actually be replacing it. You see I've got all my spare parts over there. It's easier than a paint job. Cheaper too. So let's start putting this guy back together. First things first, grab our new piece. Insert it in. Line everybody up. You can hear that Velcro starting to stick, but I'm going to screw everything in to hold it in place, and then I'm going to press those pieces in. So let me get my screws. Hang on. Okay, take two. I thought I had this sucker recording. All right, up on the step stool. Remember again, we're inserting because these interlock. Insert, roll, push, gentle, and plops right into place. And it's kind of holding it for you. Sorry again for the close vantage. I'm doing this solo. I'm going to go ahead and run this one in the back and lightly, because it's very much barely in place. Run these guys in so that when I'm seating this, I don't pop it off. So bear with me while I put some screws in part way, not fully. I'll be right back with you. All right, you guys. I went ahead and ran that one in first. That should keep us from falling off while we're working with it. You see it's still a little loose. These guys are in there just part way, so again, I have a little bit of wiggle if I need it. Now we're going to move over here to the last piece. Oh boy. All right, I'm going to get it in position, and I'm going to come back in because I'm going to need two hands to angle this. Hang on. Okay, I had to get past the door to get into a better vantage. Now remember, we have that interlock. We've got that little flap here. Boy, sorry, you're kind of going into the light. There's a flap there. Or a slot, sorry, it has to interlock with this guy. See, slip in. I think I had dropped the camera, so we'll do that again. Slip in. Then we got to go to the front. Careful, careful, careful. Remember, we've got this tab here. It's got to ride above the fender and slip in. Nope. Tab, fender, slip in, gentle, gentle. There she goes. And there's our screw hole lining up. Everybody is in place. All right, I'm going to put some screws back in, and I'll be right back with you. This one first, and then this piece on, okay? Let me put that one in first. Hang on. Screw is in. Now I got to put this panel back in. Remember, he's got these little fingers. So you have to come up and slide. Figuring this out as we go. There they go. Gentle, gentle, and then it slides. Just kind of get down, squat down, and you'll see there's a little slot in there, and you just kind of work it. It drops in and then slides down the rest of the way. And then we're going to put our screw in. Okay, I got him in. Now we're going to want to get our other guys going. Remember, we've got 1, 2, 3, and 4. So there's 6 total on here. That one being 1, and then the one underneath 2, and then our 4. And those already started, so I'm going to go ahead and work those in. Pretty sure you guys know how that works. All right, they are in. Let's go back here and see how it looks. Haven't seen anybody do a two-tone like this. Not bad with the cladding. I just got to get the wheels sorted out. Let me shut that tailgate. Okay, with the tailgate shut, yes, I know the spoiler sticks out like a sore thumb. However, the paint is bad on top, so I'm actually going to be wrapping it black across the top. But there you go. It looks good with the new black trim, or re-blacked trim. Did a video on that earlier using the Jax wax. So that came out really nice. Yes, I need to wash and wax that now. And my window regulator died. So sorry for the nasty plastic, but it's on the way. But there you have it. So yes, I'm going to wrap this in black across the top edge where this paint has failed. Preserve it till I can get it repainted. And then I'm going to go ahead and replace the other side. But I'm very pleased with how well that worked. I wouldn't have thought it would have been that easy, but there you go. And then I'll have to figure out what to do with the hood. Work in progress. I may run this section at the body line. Black there. Don't know. Haven't decided. I'll work on getting him off, getting this guy washed and waxed. All right. Hope that helps somebody.